Doctors' outcry over the blood-curdling and inhuman rape and murder of a trainee medic at the RG Hospital is still continuing. Now, the doctors who have been camping outside the Health Ministry office have been demanding a protocol which will enhance and guarantee their scrutiny. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has so far failed to reach an agreement to calm the angered doctor who remain firm on their demands. However, in an attempt to break the stalemate, a fifth invitation has also been extended by the Bengal government for talks at the Chief Minister's residence today at 5 p.m. Now, the government is calling this as the final outreach, doubling on the no live stream as matter is sub judice. A key meeting between the doctors is likely to take place today, where the protesters will decide their next course of action. Meanwhile, as support continues to pour, a press meet by the Bengal Junior Doctors and Resident Doctors Association is scheduled to take place in Delhi today in the afternoon. My colleague Taposh is joining me live right now to get us more details. Well, Taposh, what we're given to understand is that there is one last-ditch effort that the Mamata government is making. They have once again reached out to the protesting doctors and have urged upon them to come for the meeting at 5 p.m. today. What do we know about it? Do we know that the doctors are going to honor this invitation? And if not, what action can be taken?
Well, say first thing first, we know that Supreme Court will be hearing the matter tomorrow at the in Delhi, and prior to that, the state government is leaving no stone unturned, at least on record, so that in case the Supreme Court wants to know that what efforts were being made by the state government. So Mamata Banerjee reached the Dharna Manch on Saturday. On the evening, she called for a meeting where the junior doctors went on to meet her, but the stalemate continued because there were ambiguities as far as the live streaming and video recording of the meeting was concerned. So there was no consensus built up. So the doctors pulled out of that meeting despite repeated requests from Mamata Banerjee. But today, around an hour back, Mr. Manoj Pant, the Chief Secretary of West Bengal, have written a letter where he called this letter as a fifth and the final reach out from the part of the state government to the doctors to come and participate in the meeting at the Chief Minister's residence at 5 p.m. But they have categorically made it clear that since the matter is sub judice, the stand from the government remains intact, that there will be no live streaming or videography of the entire meeting. However, there will be meeting minutes available, and post the meeting, the minutes would be duly signed by both the parties. So that what can be done from the part of the state government. However, a section of doctors have welcomed the move, but finally it will be decided in a general body meeting, which is likely to happen in the afternoon, and they will deliberate on this issue whether or not they are going to send a representation to Chief Minister's residence or not. And if that happens, then there will be attempts from both the sides to end the deadlock. And if the doctors don't turn out at the Chief Minister's residence, then the stalemate situation will continue. But at least the state government will have a say at the Supreme Court that all efforts were made from the part of the government in order to bring the protesting doctors on the table of discussion. Because earlier the Supreme Court had also requested the junior doctors to resume their duty by 5th of September, which we have seen not happening. So there were a lot of deliberation from the state government, and 4 letters were written to the state junior doctors to resume their services, but they did not respond to it for reasons that they said they have a 5-point demand, and most importantly, the entire meeting has to be recorded and should be telecasted on live streaming, but that did not happen. The stand from the state government remains the same, but all remains upon the general body meeting, which will happen in the afternoon. And finally, we'll get to know whether the doctors will be moving to Chief Minister's residence to participate in the meeting or not. Back to you.
Well, interesting. Taposh, kindly stay with us. We are going to wait and see whether at all the demands of the doctors are going to prevail or not. But we're getting some more information on the story, and we'll come back to you for more on it. The CBI's fresh remand note on the RG case has pointed out several glaring lapses. It highlights how Abhijit Mondal, now suspended, was the officer in charge at the Tala police station, but he failed to reach the crime spot immediately after receiving information. Now, the CBI has also further levelled conspiracy charge on the Kolkata police, claiming an attempt to divert investigation and putting wrong input in the general diary entry. The suspended cop also did not cordon off the scene of crime in appropriate time and has also exhibited a lackadaisical attitude while registering the FIR. The CBI remand note also says that the cop allowed cremation in a hurried manner while the family members were still demanding second autopsy. Now, Tapush continues to be with us. Tapush, these are certain areas of concern that has been highlighted in the CBI's remand note, and these cannot be ignored. Do we have a version from the Kolkata police's end, because they have categorically mentioned how the BNSS provisions were not followed as far as cordoning of the crime scene is concerned, and the fact that they failed to register the FIR in time is also an area of concern that the Kolkata police will have to address.
Oh, well, see, yes, there were a lot of grey areas when CBI took the charge, and in previous hearings, the CBI counsel had made a mention in the Supreme Court that there is a possibility that the crime scene could have been altered. To which the Kolkata police off record had said that there was no possibility of altering the crime scene. They had done everything that was as per the Criminal Procedure Code or the BNSS. But despite that, we had seen that how CBI have arrested the officer in charge of Tala Police Station, Abhijit Mondol, for negligence in his duty. First of all, not reaching the spot at the earliest. Secondly, the cremation of the body was done, though the parents wanted a second autopsy, but that did not happen. Why the statement of Shandip Ghosh was recorded so late on the fourth day? Why proper investigation was not done? Why there was delay in FIR? So there are a lot of grey areas following which the CBI have raised questions, but Kolkata police have not reacted to any such queries as of now. It remains to be seen that what deliberations are done in the Supreme Court tomorrow and what the observations are. But as of now, the Kolkata police remains to be absolutely tight-lipped as far as the investigation process being carried out by CBI is concerned. Back to you.
Well, thank you, Tapush, for getting us all those details. We shall leave it at that for the moment.